What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Lazy Sunday live stream here on Out of the Basement. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
Sup, guys?
And today, there's not a whole lot to talk about, but we're still going to be hanging out, having a good time. Wave 35, the latest wave of Black Series figures, is hitting different online retailers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're also going to talk about that sweet, sweet episode of The Mandalorian.
True. We hated it.
Yeah, it was garbage.
JK.
Plus whatever else comes up, and we also got recent pickups and all that other good stuff. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Already got 118 people in here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you are new.
True.
Justin, how you doing? How are you?
I'm good. I was enjoying the really, really nice weather lately, and then I went outside to walk Huey, and I almost died.
Why?
Because it's so cold and windy and wet and rainy.
Yeah.
It was literally 80 degrees yesterday, and it's like high 30s. I don't know. Today.
Yeah, it definitely cooled off a lot, but
that classic Lake Michigan, Northwest Indiana vortex of weather that we get.
I'm a fan of the rainy weather, though. I'm a fan. I like having the windows open with
the Kiwi gets all wet. She gets all wet.
I don't have those problems because I don't have a pet, so I don't have to worry about
How
that.
dare you?
But what's up, everyone that's joined us? Let's say hello to everyone in the chat that's joined us. We got limited edition right off the bat. Make sure to talk some TVC today. I actually do not have any TVC to discuss today. I do have a couple TVC figures in my pile of loot.
I have some 3 3/4 inch figures as part of my recent pickups, but it's not Star Wars.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah.
We got I Like Mandalorians in here as well, who got Ahsoka and Cal. That's awesome. Those are great figures.
Awesome.
Good evening to Wayne Duckett here.
Wayne?
We got 80s Kid from the 90s. Greetings, Exalted Ones. We need Black Series Imperial Super Commandos and a new Moff Gideon.
I agree.
Yes. Dave Edge, how's it going? Good evening to you. We also got Squad Leader here who just got the TVC 5s. Nice, great pickup.
It's coming. It's
great
coming.
Figure. It has to be.
Maybe not.
I don't know. It might just be a meme at this point. Like Hasbro's just playing with us. Fractured Fett, welcome. Always nice to see you there. I also have Gyros and Lit Fisto.
What's up, Lit?
Gamerzone 24. What's up, Gamerzone? Been a while since I've seen you.
True.
Michael Cherry, hello. We also got Scott Smith here. How's it going, guys? It's going good. Nice rainy Northwest Indiana day. Windows open. Feels good. Jacob B is here as well with us, and they are asking about the new 501st AliExpress clones. Are they a trusted source to use a debit card? I don't know if you can use a debit card on AliExpress. I think it defaults you to PayPal. At least it defaults me to PayPal.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
So, and honestly, you might just want to use PayPal for this specifically. Just to play it safe, because you never know. You never know. But it's, you will get the figures if you order them.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Thomas, happy Sunday to you as well.
What's up, Pete?
Not Obi-Wan, always nice to see you. We got Stephen P. in here as well, along with Donnie Cassidy, who got Mando Luke and disguised Din Djarin. Nice.
And he's a drone flyer over there. Is that the Mavic 2 Pro? Maybe?
We like that.
I know a thing or two.
Mr. Coffee, what's up? We got Paul Morales in here, along with Tom Bowling. The Black Series are the only figures in my home right now. I'm all in 100%. I saw your comment, Tom.
I saw that.
Sold all your McFarlane. And you didn't even hit me up. Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's up with that?
We got Paige in here as well. She's at work today. Holding it down, though. Zoo Boy, happy Sunday. Linger, nice to see you. Felix, welcome to the stream. CGH_123. Everyone hit like. I agree.
For sure. Definitely.
And today we're having a nice, refreshing A&W cream soda, the goated drink.
I got my classic cup of coffee in our merchandising mug here. Link in bio, as always. Decreased price compared to last year.
Please buy it.
This is my favorite piece of merch that we have. Even
Definitely.
though this is not the biggest money maker. The biggest money maker actually is the t-shirt as far as profit margins. But honestly, get the mug.
Yeah, the mug's where it's at.
Get the mug.
Should have figured. Welcome. Ivan, nice to see you as always. We got Patrick KLG in here. We're going to have at least 4 new figs from last week's Mando episode alone, right? I certainly hope so.
I definitely want to get into a little mini wish list during this stream once we get into spoilers.
I was literally thinking how funny would it be if we did our general top 5 wish list episode, but it's just on this last episode of Mando, and then we do a general one for the rest of the season.
True. Oh yeah, that's actually coming up since this upcoming Wednesday is the final episode.
Right around the corner. What's up, Fig? Nice to see you. Along with Tim Yu.
What's up, Tim?
Soup Dragon. Lukeness Monster. Benny. Tom, the Perceptor.
Let's see.
We got Gerardo in here. Kobe Osborne.
What up? What up?
Master Ben 95. Inks black lines on everyone's heads. There now. Justin will accept all of you. That's right. Black line or bust.
Black line or bust. It needs it.
Cobbsy, what's up? We also got Apo in here, along with Peak Obi-Wan. Don K. Hey, what's up, Commander Cook? Odin 1. Jay Meza. Dan Darth Educator. Obi-Shawn Kenobi. Howdy, y'all. Happy Sunday. Who ordered an N1? Couldn't say no. I couldn't agree more, because I actually did slap a pre-order down on the N1.
Nice.
Riley Cross, what's up? Nice to see you here.
I am trying to find a picture, but I can't find it.
Dank Ches, how's it going? 90s Nerd Life. Infernal Hippo. Jonathan Anderson. See you on the VOD. We got Lil Hank. Arthur Henderson's here as well, along with Corellian Collectibles. What's up?
Yo.
Hey, Rob. And Wayne says, let's talk about HasLab Rancor. No.
Don't bring it up, man. Don't bring it up.
Ooh, Jazzy 35K coming in here with the new profile picture. I dig it. Dig it. Davis Murdoch, how's it going? Was watching one of your vids when I got the notification. On the hunt right now. Well, good luck, Davis. Hopefully you find whatever you're looking for. Sean Dixon, how's it going? We also got good old Helena Pellman in here.
What's up, Helen? What up?
Fig says OOTB hates Star Wars. That's why they have a YouTube channel dedicated to action figures of it. Exactly.
I hate Star Wars.
What's up,
we
Darth
are toxic.
Clueless? We also got Brenda in here as well.
What up, Mom?
And Vader X Bricks, thank you for the $4.99 super chat.
Who got taken out by Disney.
Ooh. They say, hello there. It's always great to make it to your guys' live streams and hang out in the chat, especially after having a rough week. Yeah, not good. Not good. But thank you so much for the channel support, Vader.
I'm sorry that happened, my man.
Yeah.
That pesky Disney. Pesky Disney. See, I know what it's like to have Disney breathing down your neck. Like when I used my employee pass on The Force Awakens. like 6 months in advance. And they literally sent the FBI to our movie theater. That's
true. Or Warner Brothers did that too with the first Hobbit movie. Remember that? They revoked all of our employee passes.
Yeah. Did you get to the gifted subs?
I don't think I saw the gifted.
Oh, it doesn't show up on StreamYard, but thank you, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, thank you so much.
Gifted 10 subs.
Nice.
Thank you.
So we also got Baffled Bantha in here, Thugman, Landspeeder Luke, what's up, buddy? Pete Thomas, Jayhawk Jedi. We'll say what's up to Han Shot First, Kyle, Marcelo, Jarhead, Lukeness again. And I am All the Sith, along with Jackson Studios. So what's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Got 200 people in here.
Ooh.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you are new. We're just getting started with the stream here.
Nice.
We're going to be talking about some new Black Series figures that are in stock. We've also got recent pickups. And, of course, later on, we're going to talk about last week's Mando episode.
Of course, of course. So first, I just want to share something real quick of what happened after last Lazy Sunday. I did a no-no, and I'll show you guys right now. I got some pictures here. So, after last stream, I was a little inspired to clean my PC.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't know you were...
Because you can see all the dust in here, and, you know, it needed a cleaning. I actually haven't... cleaned it since I built it in the first place, and that was 2020. Which honestly, the dust buildup wasn't that bad. But my PC is one of those that has a glass panel on the side, and you guys can probably all tell where this is going. Because
I don't see a glass panel, Justin.
my dad recently, he just bought a PC, and I was just in a mood. I was like, you inspired me to clean mine. Like, I'm gonna go outside, get the pressurized air. And as I was reinstalling this glass panel, it completely shattered and exploded into a million pieces. And I literally stood there for like 2-3 minutes just staring at the floor in disbelief. Because my dumb ass, because you can see it screws in on the side. And usually I would turn the case on its side. But for some reason I didn't. Which is so stupid because I've done it multiple times before, and I tried to install it vertically on there, and it just shifted down and completely shattered. So I spent like so much time because we have dogs, and it was like getting all in the cracks and everything, and it was just an absolute nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. But I contacted the company. Of course, the glass panel replacement part has been discontinued. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a sheet of acrylic and I just cut it with the dimensions and then used a hole punch for the screws. So crisis averted.
It works.
Because my first thought was like, oh, there goes Figure It Out. Like, there goes the channel. Like, right down the dump. Like, there goes the entire health of the channel. Down the drain. But it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought. Because when it first happened, I thought it was completely... I was like, glass is in the case. It's busted. It's done forever. But luckily, it was a rather simple fix.
Good.
So,
good. Yeah.
Crisis avoided.
I mean, you sent me that picture, and my heart also just sank. Like, I was like, no.
Right. Yeah, so...
I'm glad.
Thank goodness I decided to do that after the stream last week and not before.
Yeah, right after tragedy struck. But Jeff W, thanks for the $5. So guys, so many potential new figures. Can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to have that discussion later on. And Davis, thank you for the $1.99. On the way to FYE for some clearance figures. Good luck. There's been some great clearance at FYE recently.
Yeah. All right, so Black Series, the small amount of news we have, it's not even really news, it's more of a PSA. So we can get into that. Let me go back to what I was doing. Over at Big Bad Toy Store, they have almost all of Wave 35 in stock right now. And that includes HK-87, Light Cruiser Luke, Cassian, Luthen, Bix. What's the other Andor? Luthen? Mon Mothma. Yeah, it's that wave.
Yeah, Wave 35.
So at this moment, HK-87. Oh, they're actually... This is limited. Because when there's more, it defaults to 27, I think, like when they have a bunch. But once that number starts going down, that's their actual like real number that they have. So I'll check the rest here. Big Bad, they need to organize a little bit better because every time I try and find something,
Well,
I mean, I know I can also search it, but
well, you have the filter set on best selling too.
which is completely their best selling. That's false. That's
Right.
fake news.
Right, I feel like there's no way.
We got Cassian in
Yep,
stock.
single pack Cassian. Somewhere there's Bix in stock. Very
Bix
nice.
is in stock. Mon is in stock. Luke, which this is huge.
Yep.
Yeah, they still have a bunch. Like Cruiser Luke. They are out. Oh yeah, Luthen. They are out of Cal as well.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy that Cal sold out.
Right.
Did
It's
not-
the only one out of that wave that is sold out. Mike is also in stock, if you didn't know.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, Din. That's the one I was forgetting.
There you go.
Din.
Yeah, so that's the whole wave, right? That's everyone.
Yeah, minus Cal, that's the whole wave.
Yeah, so there you go. We already
Dr.
got some.
Aphra's too.
Ooh, Dr. Aphra. Yeah, so already some new Black Series figures in stock. Justin, have you pounced on the HK87 yet?
I have not. Just because I have nothing else to bundle it with yet. Because I'm holding true. I am passing on that Luke until we get the 40th Return of the Jedi Luke. Because it's just too many Lukes in the black outfit. So I'm... Oh, I guess this was the con exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got this still in stock. I mean, that's pretty high, but... Big
Right.
Big Bad is kind of the best out of the fan channels. Like, they have tons in stock, as you guys can see. But this whole filter with best selling, like, this is not true. Like, there's no way this Omega is that high. I mean, what do you think? At the Royal Guard over BK?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Elite Squad. It's a little sus.
Rena, thank you for the super chat. She asked, what if Landspeeder Luke joins the stream and talks a bit about his experience at Celebration? Already watched the video. I mean, I'm down if Luke's available.
Yeah, I don't even know if I seen him in the chat.
He was here earlier.
Oh.
But thank you, Rena. Thank you.
And I think Amazon even has some of these in stock as well, like Luthen here.
Cool.
Of course, I'm going to have to individually search. Luke Skywalker Light Cruiser. Nope, not Luke. Let's see.
No light cruiser.
Come on now. Let's check out Mon. Yep, Mon is in stock.
Nice.
So there's a few from Wave 35 at least in stock.
Think Ches says, canceled my light cruiser Luke for the 40th one since I have the Walmart exclusive Luke and wanted something more different.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The 40th is what I need as well. I'm also passing on Book of Boba Fett too. The Book of Boba Fett Luke, that is. Shit.
There's Luke.
There's
Sorry,
Luke.
Rena.
Yep, Din is in stock as well. So, I mean, you got to browse around, but they are in stock, ready to get.
Nice.
Unfortunately, Cal, even on Amazon, he's not in stock. Yeah. It's kind of surprising.
Yep.
I mean, I guess Jedi Survivor, hype train.
Right. It's right around the corner. Ugh, excuse me. That's kind of why I was so happy to just grab him real quick, because I feel like once the game drops, he'll be a hot ticket.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Pre-sold
It's
out.
mainline, though, so I'm sure every single one of these will eventually be super easy to get, but I'm just saying, they're starting to pop up. That's the point. And then, whoa.
Hey.
In custom news.
Yeah. In custom news, there's more AliExpress clones. Heck
Whoa.
yeah. This is exciting. So, If you haven't seen, the new custom clone troopers have dropped on AliExpress. We got 3 new 501st troopers.
Oh my god.
We got.
How can I not click on the? Oh.
You gotta go over to the.
This?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so we got
Ooh.
hard case.
Oh yeah.
Hard case coming with the clone blaster too.
Yeah, the
Are you
rotary cannon.
Are you kidding me?
That is super sick, and I love the decal on him. I love all of the 501st named clones.
Mm-hmm.
They're so easy for Hasbro to do, but they just refuse. And then this is Clone Trooper Jesse, not ARC Trooper. So
Yep.
4. Yeah, and then Clone Trooper Appo with the arrow. Which is interesting, because Hasbro is also doing an Appo figure.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a screenshot from Revenge of the Sith, because Appo is the most confusing clone that has ever lived. Because in the actual film, he does not have an arrow, but StarWars.com has him officially, that clone that aims his blaster and says, "I'm sorry, sir, it's time for you to leave." You know,
Right.
It is kind of confusing. And then in the Grogu flashback, he has an arrow, but he's just a regular clone. And then there's like a ARC Trooper version that they sell. I'm like, it's kind of confusing, but
Yeah.
cool looking clone nonetheless, and that's really all that matters.
Definitely. I absolutely snatched up hard case and I grabbed Jesse too.
Right.
I didn't pick up Appo just because I do have that ARC Trooper Appo, and I'll buy the official Appo when that comes out as well.
Right.
But
yeah, and I was Googling it to see if this is accurate, because see these 2 blue pouches are blue, and they actually got it on the figure.
yeah.
That's kind of crazy that they would go that far.
And Luke, I do think this is the first time that we've got an original accessory, which is kind of crazy. That whoever makes these is obviously a fan, like super hardcore fan, that they would go out of their way to find a way to make a new accessory,
Right.
so that you like have the perfect hard case right out of the gate. That awesome.
Is so cool.
Yeah, so I grabbed hard case. I grabbed Jesse as well, because I'll buy ARC Trooper Jesse, but I also just want regular Clone Trooper Jesse.
They give him the black line too.
Yeah.
Just now noticed that.
Yep. Yeah, they look awesome, and I'm super excited. I already got my order in. They've already shipped, so they'll probably be here in about a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Short.
Definitely short. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Justin,
if you want the link, I can put the link in the chat.
Yeah, I definitely think you should grab them sooner than later, Justin. You know you'll like them.
Yeah,
and
I
you know,
just want hard case, honestly.
Well, yeah, but that's also the great
like-
thing too, is that you could just order hard case and it's free shipping, because it's just free shipping.
True.
So,
Yes.
yeah, those look great. I can't wait to get them. The knockoff clones are amazing. The butter smooth articulation is like my favorite thing, and I wish that the official Hasbro figures articulation was that smooth.
Yeah, because it is really smooth. Like it's not clicky, if that makes sense.
Right, because like the official clones kind of have like a clickiness to their joints.
Right. Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool. It's definitely cool to see an alternative to Hasbro or Lucasfilm, Disney, whoever it is, just being absolutely reluctant to do named grunts. Have they ever done a named grunt?
I don't think so.
Because, yeah, Clone Pilot Hawk, that's a pilot. ARC Trooper Echo, that's an ARC Trooper. I don't think they've ever done a named grunt. They've only done commanders.
Yeah, and I seriously would ever doubt we'd get an actual hard case from Hasbro. So
Yeah, so it's
That's-
cool.
yeah,
Snag them if you like them.
that's not a bad idea.
You can't army build named characters, but they've done the commanders though, and those are named characters. The commanders are not army builders either, nor are the ARC troopers, unless it's like an ARC trooper grunt that they have done, like Umbra, or technically the 2D Clone Wars ARC trooper.
Yeah. Just on the subject of the knockoffs, and then not Obi-Wan will answer your question. Yeah, the 212th, I mean, again, it's another thing where I feel like Hasbro like seriously drops the ball, because there's like tons of 501st official Black Series troopers, and then you go to look at the 212th and you've got 3, right?
Yeah.
So I wish they would build the armies up equally, because it's like I have this nice display with Anakin and Ahsoka and all these different 501st, and then I've got Obi-Wan with, you know,
Cody and
I
mean,
so
501st is infinitely more popular, but I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Especially like the 212th. Like, the thing that kind of upset me about that Christmas reveal is that they're literally doing a freaking Purge Trooper repaint. And it's like, how have all these years gone by without getting the 212th Airborne? But we're about to get a 212th Airborne holiday figure before we actually get the 212th Airborne.
Right.
So that really it's upsetting, because I'm like, gosh, like, just repaint it a different scheme and it's a million times better.
And they do have butterfly joints, Zoo Boy. I would also hope that we get it. I mean, they might have to. It might be up to AliExpress to get us the 212th Airborne.
Which, like, the 212th Airborne does need a little bit of new tooling, like the pouches and, like, the, you know, the rounds of ammunition that are, like, on the side of the arm and stuff.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that hard for them to do. I just want more clones.
Yeah. 80s Kid from the 90s says, the new Adventure Series indie figures has ball-jointed wrists. When will Black Series switch to ball-jointed wrists?
We got them one time with Figrin.
Yeah.
/ Nail and Shield.
Yep. We've got them once. Who knows if we'll ever see him again, because Black Series is notorious for one and dones.
Yeah. I do hope that's like the next upgrade that Black Series gets, because like photoreal, that's like a big upgrade, and then butterfly joints, big upgrade. So I hope that the ball jointed wrists is like the next phase of good articulation that we get. So
yeah, that's what I heard as well. I heard it was supposed to be a Wolfpack trooper coming. I hope we still get that for sure.
What's the source on that though? Like, is that something we just all made up?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'm like, how reliable is a Chinese knockoff factory? Well, like you said, it probably is a fan, because they actually understand some of like the deep cut Clone Wars stuff. So I don't know.
They have to be a fan, because they wouldn't just randomly be like, hard case?
Yeah. Zuboyo's 2020, the first... Well, okay, there were instances of butterfly joints before, but they started doing it for, like, every new sculpt in 2020 onward, starting with the Galaxy packaging.
Yeah.
So it's like, even Admiral Akbar, they gave him butterfly joints.
Right. What's up, G-Force? I was going to say, Justin, do you think the first figure with butterfly joints... probably the Patrol Trooper?
Yeah, the Imperial Patrol Trooper. It's a 2019 red and black box release. I'd have to look at like a spreadsheet or something.
Does Bespin Han? Bespin Han, maybe?
I don't even know if he has butters, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Mace Windu
Mace Windu, yeah. Yeah, Mace Windu was red and black box too.
True. So, yeah, they started doing it for certain figures in late red and black box, but I feel like 2020 with Galaxy, they started doing it for like every new sculpt, even like the ones that don't need them, which like give it to every figure. Why not? Just give them that extra range.
Right. Especially if they hold a lightsaber or hold a blaster with two hands. Like, I feel like if that criteria applies to the character, butterfly joints. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, what were some other, like, huge... Because, like, photoreal, butters, hopefully ball-jointed wrist. What was, like, another one that... Well, they took away one, which is their excellent paint.
Yeah.
They took away paint.
The deep cut single elbows, I feel like, were a game changer. And then more recently, like with Count Dooku, I think Count Dooku was the first single knee pinless, where they do like the little flap where if you like have the leg completely flat, it kind of like covers the joint.
Yeah, because we'll get comments from people who are like new to the Black Series, and they're like, "Why isn't this double jointed? Like, how is it a 2023 figure and it's not double jointed?" You kind of have to explain. Well, this is technically better. Like, you're getting more range of motion, such as the perfect example is the 2020 Stormtrooper versus the old Stormtrooper. It's single jointed, but it's better. Because of the deep cut single hinges, which also eliminate the pins since it's not double jointed, and then same thing with the knees and butterfly joints. It's the best like aiming down the sights combo ever. Well, not ever, but for Black Series.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, for how much better the joints look, like the small sacrifice in articulation is worth it to me. Like I have no.
Yeah, it's just so much more natural.
Yeah, I definitely think, and like we always kind of talk about, like, you know, Black Series definitely is more of like a sculpt and making sure the figure looks good. I think that comes first before a lot of other things. But thank you, Hunter, for the $5 super chat. He says, especially with the gingerbread clone, I wish they would do the Geonosis 212 clones. ARF Trooper, please.
Yeah, that's a great point. Where it's like, I mean, I sound like a broken record, but literally just painted a different scheme, and it makes it like 1,000 times better. Right.
It would be so simple. So simple. And Grandma Tony also brings up classic accessory here. The swoosh, the saber swoosh.
Yeah.
One and done.
Yeah, because that was like a potential idea for a video, which is reuse we really want but never got. And my number one would be the Count Dooku swoosh effect.
Just imagine if every Jedi came with every Jedi and Sith came with corresponding swooshing effects.
A blue one, a green one, a red one, a yellow one. Like, we need more of that.
Yeah,
and it's so weird that it was just like a one and done thing.
Right.
Why Count Dooku?
It is truly mind-boggling. I don't understand how many one and dones.
And yeah, that's true.
Right.
It's important to note that, because this is a technicality in the community, and it's something that I've made a mistake of saying as well, when you call modern Black Series pinless. And it's like, pinless is in reference to something that it was double jointed, it still is double jointed, but now there's no pins. So like a single joint hinge never had pins. So to call it pinless, like, sometimes people get on you about that, but it is still the absence of pins. Like, it used to be double jointed pinned, and now it's single joint hinge with no pins, but it never was going to have pins because it's one joint.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think it would be cool, especially for Jedi, Sith characters, to have double jointed pinless.
Yeah,
such as like Spider-Man characters in Marvel Legends.
Yeah, the only thing that I'd be worried about is just the sculpt looking really weird with a double joint.
The elbow can look weird. Like, there's just like weird spatial issues.
Like, I feel like it works for, you know, superheroes in skin tight costumes and things like that, where like you don't run the risk of like really breaking up the sculpt. I know like import companies have like more clever engineering where like the joint is like inside of the arm, but I don't think we would necessarily like get that for Black Series. So I feel like for now, I would rather just stick with the single elbows for the sake of not having to worry about like weird, ugly looking elbow joints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Because the old Stormtrooper body had bicep swivel, so we've had bicep swivel before.
Mm-hmm.
But I still consider the 2020 to have better articulation, even with the absence of bicep swivel.
And some figures do have boot swivel. There's a few Black Series figures with boot swivel.
And Gauntlet, like the new Boba Throne Room, and I think Cobb, maybe.
Right.
Or there's like, Paz, heavy infantry.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be awesome to get that swoosh effect with like the Inquisitor spinning lightsabers, so you could do one side going one way, the other side going the other way.
That'd be sick.
And they're like holding it out.
Yes. Yeah, kind of like what Meal Max here is talking about, what they did with like the Thor's hammer accessories that they've included.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. What's up? Hello from Romania. Well, what's up, Romania?
Nice.
James, Justin, Nate, wanted to let you know when I pre-ordered 2 of the new mall, at first it charged shipping, then I went back and checked my order, and they took it off, and I got free shipping. What's going on there?
Interesting. Yeah, we've also... Mike was telling us that he went to go pre-order the new mall in store at GameStop, and they wouldn't let him. So, chat, have any of you tried to pre-order the mall at GameStop, like in store, and they haven't let you, or have they let you?
Yeah.
Because I guess from what Mike told us, the employee told him that it was an online-only pre-order.
Which is crap.
Right.
And it's like, how far are they going to make sure we just pay the shipping? It's like GameStop is trying to close every single loophole. Oh, you want to buy 2? Can't do that anymore. You got to buy 3 or 4 to get new shipping. Oh, you're trying to pre-order in store to get away from our shipping? Nope, online only.
Oh, sorry.
Does that mean they're not going to stock the stores when the figure comes out?
It's probably just like an online-only pre-order, but Justin, have you been printing anything?
No, I have not. I've not. There's a lot of other projects that I've been doing. Stuff like I've been trying to sell stuff, and I don't know. I've been dedicating my time to other things lately. I don't have a lot of space. But once I get the figure room, that will change, and I will start printing again.
Yep.
For sure. Especially with Landspeeder Luke has been dropping some amazing prints lately, like the shop thing from Doc Ondar.
Yes. I can't wait. Can't wait for Doc Ondar. John Papa Sergio, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. They say Cobb Vanth needs double jointed knees. The hinge joints make his shins and thighs look awkward. They look like they're the same length.
Yeah,
I could see where you're coming from.
I don't have mine posed like that. I just kind of have them posed in a gunslinger stance.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem too. Is doesn't he suffer from the knee pad being glued to the top of the leg instead of the bottom of the leg?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's always going to be an issue, and it makes everything look weird.
Why do they do this? Why do they do this?
I really think it wouldn't look that bad if the knee pad would just be glued to the shin instead of the thigh.
Like, seriously, it's so annoying.
It's a knee pad. It's not a thigh pad. Like,
it goes against what the armor is there for. It's to protect your kneecap from getting busted open when you land on your knees.
Yeah. But thank you, regardless, for the super chat. Appreciate
and
that, John.
All they have to do is not glue it, just like Deathwatch Mando.
Mm-hmm.
That's like money saved with that little squirt of glue. Hasbro, you could be saving money with that little bit of squirt of super glue that you use.
0.00001 cent per figure could be saved without that glue.
Right, and it's not even like that sounds crazy, but that's not far off of how that stuff actually works. Because that's why, that is why. Where are they? I can't see them because it's all the same damn color. But those little canisters,
yeah.
That is, that little micrometer of paint, that little millimeter of silver, that's going to cost them 1/10 of a cent per unit and blah blah blah. Like that's how they work things out with their budget. So it's probably not even far off from how they think. Like, hey, let's save money with that glue we're using.
Davey, we're down. Grand Moff Tony. Shout out to Grand Moff Tony.
Yeah, I watch their stuff.
Over across the pond there.
Exactly. Stop. Actually, they're in the U.S.
Oh.
He must be a traveling man. Because I think in their vlog they said Michigan.
Ooh, I like that.
So we're a little closer than you might think.
Ooh.
I agree, Dink. Stop squirting on this, Hasbro. Quit squirting that glue, all right?
Yeah, no more glue.
Also, hello, Eric.
What's up, Eric? And yeah, I do believe Eric from the Star Wars team did say that it was an error, and they just went with it. Which, like, keep missing the memo. That's the memo for the factory to miss, not the matte finish on the faces.
Yeah, I don't know. We made a note to do it on every single figure, and then they just missed the note. That was I think that's my favorite Hasbro response from the Star Wars team that I've ever heard in my life. That they just make it sound like they stick a Post-it note on the. What it really is, it's an instruction pamphlet, whatever they give to the factory to make it.
It's like when you're ordering something and it has a little thing that says any special instructions, and Chris types in, please apply matte finish on all figures. Yeah. Thank you.
It's like Pizza Hut forgetting your crushed red pepper and your garlic parm.
Were we ever looking at... I never even glanced at the special instructions.
Oh, no. I did. It's super funny response to that question.
For sure.
They all just started missing the note at the same time, and it was every single figure past a certain whatever figure it was with the matte finish.
Yeah. Yeah, Dank Ches, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
They need to, but you're right. They need to start missing the memo about gluing the knee pad.
Yeah, miss that memo. Don't miss the matte spray on the face. Memo.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
Not Obi-Wan.
Nothing.
I got nothing.
I was gonna say, Justin, did you see Super Mario?
I did.
Yeah, me too. I saw it last night. Took my nephew and my niece.
Oh, so sweet. Did they have fun?
They did have fun.
I'm sure they did.
They enjoyed it, and that's really all that matters. Although I thought it was entertaining, and it was fun. It was exactly what I expected. It's literally 90 minutes of, hey, remember Mario?
Yeah, it's not like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish level of enjoyment for an adult.
I still haven't seen that.
Because adults can enjoy animation.
Mm-hmm.
Animation is a medium, not a genre. So, yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Nice.
But Skywalker Legend, thank you so much for the channel support, my friend. Damn it! I was busy doing some work outside and missed the stream. Well, you didn't miss it. We're only 45 minutes in. Gonna go back and start this from the beginning. Just wanted to show some love. My pre-orders are up to like 400 plus.
Whew.
Yes, peaches. I did like Jack Black.
Of course. Jack Black's always entertaining.
Oh no, I said Jack Black. Another case of people thinking we hate Star Wars because we didn't like last week's episode.
Don't like one episode. Instant meltdown.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Skywalker Legend.
Thank you.
Cancel those pre-orders, find it in the wild. I'll say it.
Well, some stuff you won't be able to find in the wild.
Don't cancel Jesse.
Don't cancel the Jabba's Denizen 4-pack.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, David. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no. I like the niece and nephew.
I like Kiwi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jarhead asks, how do you feel about $90 for Jabba? I'm on the fence.
You see, we have Jabba, so we'd essentially be paying $90 for the cradle and the hookah.
Right, because we do also have the Galaxy's Edge Salacious Crumb as well. Although, did you notice, Justin, if you look at the promo images for this Jabba the Hutt, it is the old Salacious with no knee articulation?
Really? Because they specifically said it's the new Salacious.
Right, but the promo pictures, it's not. So I'm
Really?
like, oh, here we go again. Is this going to be another Baze Malbus situation?
Or another Grogu is going to have an alternate head in the package
Oh,
situation?
man. I was like, I was watching the weekly, and Foosh pointed that out. Robo pointed that out. So I was like, oh, like that's very interesting. But no, what I will say about this Jabba the Hutt is that if you adjust the original SDCC price for inflation, it's about $90. So I feel like it's obviously steep because it's like, wow, $100 for Jabba the Hutt, a railing, and Salacious. Definitely high price, but it's about fair as far as inflation goes, and with how expensive Jabba is on the aftermarket, $90 is probably like as cheap as you'll get it, you know?
Yeah. As someone who has it already, definitely not.
Right.
It's definitely a pass. If it was a new Jabba, that'd be a different story, but it's a repack of that Jabba. I will say it is essentially the SDCC exclusive of 2014-15 or whatever it was. So, like, it's an amazing... Like, that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So, $90, $300. Like, you're basically getting that SDCC exclusive set.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is over 100 after, like, shipping, taxes, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely expensive, but it's also one of those things where, just like what we talked about on Figure It Out this week, with the Jabba's Denizen 4-pack, where I just feel like Hasbro knew people were pretty much willing to pay anything for Tam and the other human Jabba's Denizen. So they were just like, well, $73. So I feel like they probably knew Jabba's super desirable. A lot of people missed it. A lot of new collectors. And in addition to being the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi and putting it in a Kenner retro box, which gets all the Kenner people fired up, you know, they were probably like, yeah, we're going to make it $90 and you're going to pay for it. And people are still buying it. You know, it's one of those things where it's expensive, but there's really no other option, you know. Where else is there a 6-inch Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
It sucks, but
right.
I mean, that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Skywalker Legend says that's basically just the exclusives. Walmart, Target, and Amazon Impulse combined. Skip the Jabba, and I always cancel if I find them in store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, if you're in the market for a Jabba, that's an easy pickup.
Right.
It's even slightly tempting for me because I have a 3D printer and I've made the dais. And Nate has painted the dais.
That's true.
So to get the cradle, armbar, or whatever it is, and the hookah thing, it's a little tempting. But gosh, over $100 just for the accessories. Ugh, I don't know. I can't do that. I can't do it.
Yeah, and Rena, it's just like we always talk about. It's because it's Star Wars. D&D might be popular, but Star Wars is in a whole different level of popularity and licensing fees and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is in the top 5 most expensive IPs. You know what isn't in there? Marvel.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think if people do not have Jabba the Hutt at all, like if I didn't have Jabba at all, I would definitely be picking this set up for sure. But because I do have Jabba, I do have Salacious, $90 for the railing and the hookah, it's just not, that is just not financially responsible.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
I had to skip on that one, even though I was initially like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick it all up, like so awesome. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll pump the brakes on that, especially once I found out how expensive that TVC 4-pack was.
Mm-hmm.
I had to reallocate some of the funds for that.
Yeah.
Not Obi-Wan. The problem with Shop Disney is they never ever put anything up when they say they're going to, and it just appears on the website randomly. So who knows when it'll show up? It'll be random, but I'm sure Yakface will post about it when it does happen. But that's why, like, I'm dreading, because Doc Ondar is supposed to go up on May 4th, and I guarantee that doesn't happen. Or was it May 1st? Either one. They gave it a date, and I guarantee it's not going to happen. Like, I'm just like, yeah, it's not happening. Not happening.
See you later, Vader.
Later, Vader. See ya. Enjoy Shooty Boom Boom Man 4.
Good movie.
Yep. I mean, I like boom booms. I was having fun.
Yeah. And yeah, Jayhawk, Pokemon is the #1 most expensive IP ever, and it still is.
Wow. Yeah, you
That
ever
kind of surprised me, but
you ever see what it costs for a pack of them things?
yeah, I think that's the thing, is that a lot of times we're just thinking movies. Like, I'm not saying you, Jayhawk, but that's kind of why I was surprised initially, because my mind is just stuck on movies.
Well, right. You assume,
So
like...
I'm like, oh, like Marvel's... Yeah, like the MCU, like, I would assume Marvel is in the top 5 most expensive. But you have to think merchandise. And Star Wars merchandise, it's so much more than just Black Series and TVC. Like, again, like, every small child is, like, decked out in Grogu merch, and they've never even seen Star Wars.
My niece and nephew, prime examples.
Literally, my niece is completely decked out in Baby Yoda merch all the time. Mm-hmm. She's never seen Star Wars or Mandalorian. She probably doesn't even know that it's, like, from a TV show, but it's just because it's a cute creature, so it's highly marketable.
Yep. Yeah. My nephew's only seen Solo, but he loves The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to pull up a list, but...
yeah. We haven't done recent pickups yet.
True.
But we do have some. Rena, could you imagine a Star Wars Pokemon crossover? One figure would cost $100. And it would have no accessories.
Right.
Imperial Disguise Ash Ketchum. Force Ghost Brock.
So I don't know how... this isn't it. This isn't... Because it's like... There's a difference between a list of highest grossing media franchises and then how expensive their respective IPs are. So if you're looking at a list of highest grossing media franchises, that is different.
Yeah. And the thing with Barbie and Hot Wheels is Mattel owns both of those. So that's just Mattel's IP. Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, find the thing I was looking at.
What's up, White Direwolf? Nice to see you.
Like, value, you know?
Right. No, I get what you mean. I know what you're trying to look for. Ooh, excuse me. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... Pokemon is the most valuable media franchise since its emergence in '96. The Pokemon franchise has brought in a revenue of over $100 billion. Other franchises in the top 5 include Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, Star Wars, and Disney Princesses.
Dang.
Because, like, again, think of merch. Like, think of just merch, especially with, like, something like Disney Princess stuff. So, and that's... goes into like how, like, if a company wants to make something that's like Winnie the Pooh or Star Wars or whatever, that's why they have to pay top dollar to get the rights to use that IP. So that is why we're always talking about budget and how expensive the IP is compared to something like Marvel or, I mean, not even in the case of G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, or anything else, because Hasbro owns those IPs.
Right. Yep.
With
No licensing needed. So, Justin, do you want to do some recent pickups?
yes.
Oh, I've got
How
some.
much you got?
I don't have much. I've got 4 things.
I got 2 things.
I've got 4 things. Not a whole lot, but what I do have is important. You know, it's important stuff. So, you want to go first?
Sure. Why not? I actually only have 2 things.
Are they 2 dinosaurs?
Yes, they are 3 3/4 inch figures from the Hammond collection.
Dino
have-
DNA.
From Jurassic Park 3. The male raptor.
Ho ho!
The male raptor is the colorful one with the feathers on top. Yeah. But something, since Hammond, I'm so deep in Hammond collection, that's the scale I'm going with. But it does kind of hurt to see,
Ooh.
because see how, this is the Amber collection, the feathers are like a separate mold.
Mm-hmm.
But on this, it's just one.
Yeah, it's like a little ridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're like trying to use like the paint to illustrate the feathers, but
Yeah.
that looks a little weird.
It
Now
does.
that on the other hand, can't wait for that to be on my shelf soon.
Yeah, so I am selling stuff. I mean, it's almost all gone, actually. But the other one... So, yes, this is the Jurassic Park 3. It was the one of 2 that I needed to continue with my completionism.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, super happy to have that. Love Jurassic Park 3 as a fun, kooky monster movie.
It's so good. It's so much better than The Lost World, and it's not even funny. And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't call it so much better.
I would go that far. Lost World is boring.
It's definitely better than the Jurassic World trilogy. But this one is the Pachycephalosaurus. And this one is from the Lost World.
Nice.
Because the scene where, because this one uses its head.
Right.
And there's that scene where it goes into the Jeep.
Classic.
Yep. And this one does have the mouth that comes down, but it is kind of tough.
Here we go. We got some JP3 love in the chat.
That's what I like to see.
Alan.
Yeah, so this one can't
Well,
open its mouth.
Ooh, nice. That's kind of unfortunate. Like
Painted nails.
It is kind of annoying to me, even though I'm not collecting the Hammond collection like you are, but it's kind of annoying that they pick and choose who gets like mouth articulation, who gets painted toenails.
Well, the only one missing it is the trike.
Yeah, but that's only the start. Who's to say it doesn't happen
I mean, there's a lot up there.
again?
Yeah, I don't know. There's only one dinosaur that doesn't have a openable mouth. And the only instance of the painted nails that really got under my skin is the Ankylosaurus, because it's just the same tone as the feet, and I'm like,
Yeah.
they literally paint all the other nails.
But they
Paint?
were
Really, Mattel? Really?
right.
Paint
Yeah.
the damn nails.
Now, I really do hope they make a Spinosaurus, because I'm all in on a Spinosaurus.
Yeah. So, these are the boxes going right in the recycling, but I just wanted to have them for recent pickups.
Nice.
30th anniversary, and I like how the back tells you what movie it's from. Cool. But yes, I am selling some things. If you go on my our Instagram story, I sold the turtles though. I sold my '90s NECA turtles.
Nice.
I sold Ray's Speeder.
Nice.
I sold the Pimp Daddy First Order Snow Trooper to you.
Hey,
I sold. What did I have a list here. Yeah, I sold the TMNT 90s Turtle set because I have the Secret of the Ooze 2-packs. Sold Ray's Speeder. I sold the first edition Ray to Obi-Shan, if he's in the chat. I finally sold my Giant Man Build-A-Figure on Facebook Marketplace.
Hey.
I sold the First Order Snow Trooper. And then I still have Amber Collection Velociraptor.
Oh.
And then I just have some sequel trilogy crap that no one wants. I'm literally trying to get rid of it for 20 shipped. It's the First Order Stormtrooper, the Jet Trooper, Zori, and then some pre-photoreal nonsense like Rey and Finn and whatever else is over there. But
Nice.
I've been able to sell a lot of what I'm trying to sell because I splurged the other day and got a GoPro finally.
Hey.
I've been wanting a GoPro for a while, so there it is.
Sick.
It was on sale at Best Buy the other day, and I'm like, gotta pounce.
Now you gotta sell.
But then now I gotta sell. Gotta pounce, and then you gotta sell. So I've pretty much paid for it.
Nice.
So
Sometimes you just gotta get a purge of the collection real quick.
yeah,
Get a quick purge.
having an action figure collection, it's like investing in stocks. It goes up, it goes down. You need to move some assets to get cash. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's nice. It's nice.
Right.
But now I will pass it off to you, my friend.
All right. Well, like you said,
Yes.
I now have
Oh,
the First Order Sniper Specialist Cape Guy from Rise of Skywalker.
that is a Target mystery box. Remember the mystery box?
Yeah, I never bought the mystery box. I never ended up buying it because I was like, they'll single release this figure and then I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
And then they never single released this figure. So, thank you, Justin, for selling this to me for a cool 10.
Yeah, was it worth the 10?
Oh, absolutely. This was one I've been honestly wanting. Like I have wanted this
Nice.
one.
I do like the black on the inside.
Yeah, it's a really nice cape.
Good soft goods. It's an alright body. I mean, he's just supposed to stand there.
Right.
But the display for the sequel trilogy is just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. So I'm like, I still want a few because it's a part of Star Wars history. And I'm like, I want some representation of just that period. So I kept the better First Order Stormtrooper, the Snowtrooper Officer, since it was my first ever 6-inch figure, a couple of the Kylos and Praetorian Guards and Snoke's Throne, and one Rey. I've now limited myself to one Rey.
One
When I
Ray
used to have like 4 or 5.
to rule them all. So,
Oh yeah, Zooboy bought the speeder. Thank
Nice.
you, Zooboy. You've contributed to my ICC Con fund.
my local Target is up to its old antics again, Justin, where it's putting the random action figure end cap all the way down past the toy aisle by like the employee backroom entrance.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
it was the Star Wars end cap this time. And so they had a little piggy.
Just
this
the
is-
one?
Yep, they just had one.
Wow.
This is the Return of the Jedi Target exclusive 40th anniversary retro card back Gamorrean Guard.
Nice.
Wanted to pick this one up, keeping it on the card, but I just thought the card looked really nice.
Nice.
And it was in pretty good shape, not too bad. So, I was happy to pick this one up. Finding it in store was nice as well, because I was not trying to pay shipping on it.
This is not true. I have sold figures years ago, and I still don't regret it. David and not Obi. Because I'm not a completionist. It's not that, I just want it because it's part of Black Series. I want the things that I want representation on the shelf. So I've sold all my carbonized figures. Don't regret it for a single moment.
Right.
So, yeah, I got no regrets.
Nice. And then, from McFarlane Toys, I did get the gold label Dick Grayson Robin. this
Ooh.
week. Good old classic Dick with all those alternate hands. And even
that.
this accessories, it's a real string. It's a real string.
Nice.
Yeah, I was stoked that they reused this body for Dick Grayson because this is the Carrie Kelly Robin body. But obviously anyone that looked at it went, oh, that'd be a perfect classic Dick Grayson. So,
Yeah.
Here it is.
I
Looks
think
awesome.
that's why I was confused as like a casual, the previous version of that figure. I'm like, this looks like regular Robin.
Yeah, it's just, it's Carrie Kelly instead of Dick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is super awesome. I really like that they included so many alternate hands. And then, lastly, way after Haulathon has ended, I finally found what I was looking for, and that is the black and white Usagi Yojimbo from NECA, Target exclusive.
Nice.
Classic Target, you know, they don't put shit out until weeks, months, whenever the NECA person decides to show up to the store and put the stuff on the shelf. So, this was just staring me right in the face after I had given up all hope of finding it.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love a good moment like that when you've given up hope that you're never going to find what you're looking for, there it is. And it was at the Target a couple cities over. And I was just joking with Paige. We walked in and I was like, well, I'm going to find Usagi black and white version right when I walk into the back here. And then it literally happened. So
that's funny you do that because I do that every single time I go to a store with Lucy. I'm like, all right, Black Series Wave 35. It's gonna be be a quick in and out.
I feel like to some degree, I don't know.
Manifest.
It worked, dude.
Manifest.
It worked for me this time. I was like, here it is. It's gonna happen. But
yeah,
it's awesome that that was the only thing I was looking for from Haulathon. That's the only thing I wanted. I found everything else.
Yeah. Because I know when Nate sends me a picture and says, be on the lookout, I know something's amiss. I'm like, oh shit, he's serious. He's serious.
Yep. Because, of course, you know, they did do like a little, like it went up in stock on Target.com, but, you know,
Right.
it's sold out in 3 seconds.
Right,
So,
yeah. As always.
But then in that same day at that same Target, then I found, and I couldn't afford all of it at once because it would have been way too expensive, but I found the Lat Crumb Bomber. I found the Lat Plos Bros. And I also found the brand new Marvel Legends Spider-Punk from Into the Spider, or whatever.
Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse.
I saw that at GameStop yesterday.
Nice. Yeah. But too many good things all at once. I was like, I just can't get all this stuff.
I hear you on those lat repaints because Lucy is in Utah right now on a girls trip, hiking girls trip adventure. And she was checking the figs at a Target out there, and she sent me a picture of the lat repaints, and I was like, boo! And
Yeah.
I thought it would be kind of like the lat that I got when it was 50% off. But the fact that they're full price, you know, $30, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do it for full.
It sucks though.
Well,
because
I did it for full with
yeah,
the let me grab it.
this tiger shark.
I don't think I showed you that I unboxed these.
Ooh. Oh man.
Like, this is so sick.
Yeah, that's badass.
Like, I don't care who you are. Clone Wars, we love it. This is the one I was willing to pay full price for.
Yeah. I think if I do encounter them again, as long as I'm not already entangled with something that I really was looking for, I'll definitely I'll probably pay the full price for them. I probably will, just to get them.
A lot of people hang them with fishing wire and thumbtacks off. Like, that's cool.
Yep, I think
Like,
that would look really cool.
It doesn't take up space either.
Right.
Although it almost sounds kind of pathetic. Like, this is how far we've come, is we look at the ceiling as free real estate for more figures.
It works for Star Wars because that's where you can display everything that flies. There's so much flying stuff.
I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like if I bump into him again, I probably won't be able to resist. And I'll probably, at the very least, get the Crumb Bomber because, Salacious Crumb, Return of the Jedi.
Of course.
You got to have your...
I think it would be cool to hang some on the Figure It Out set over there behind you.
Yeah. If we could
just have some floating.
If we could somehow get them, like, low enough, like, right here or something to, like, actually be visible on camera.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. The AT-AT, like, they revealed so much good stuff at Celebration. I've truly been fighting the urge to get into it full time, but I just can't. There's no way. There's no actual way I can do that.
Hey, there's Jeff. I'm into Micro Galaxy and have all the lats so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
They look great.
They do. I think I have the plain lat on my Amazon wish list because I think it's like slowly decreasing in price. Yeah, it's like $20.99 right now.
For which one?
For the plain lat.
Oh yeah, I forgot you didn't grab that one.
Yeah, I think you grabbed the last clearance one.
Yeah, like for $14.99, that's a cop.
Yeah, for sure.
I love just the regular lat look. It's one of my favorite vehicles.
Yep, and I think it's a great way to have more vehicle representation.
Yeah.
Especially for me, without, going the Lego route like you did. So sometimes...
My little affair with Lego.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I view Micro Galaxy, is it's good to have some vehicle representation.
Yeah, and it's so modular. You can stick the pilots in there and everything.
Yeah, and they do have a surprising amount of paint on them.
Yeah.
Pretty decently painted.
They got grime.
My only beef is every single one of these damn figures should come with a stand. I do not understand how Jazzware is no stands.
Yeah, I mean, maybe to keep the price down.
But still, I feel like people would pay a couple dollars extra to get some stands.
Mm-hmm.
They already are pretty expensive, in my opinion. That's kind of what holds me back from buying them at full price.
Yeah, I agree. I think the full price stuff is rather expensive.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I saw 007. Funny you ask. Look who's right next to me.
Oh.
Here is SH Figure Arts Toby. Of course this figure's great. It's an SH Figure Arts Spider-Man. Super posable. Really fun to play around with. I have not been able to put it down since I opened him up. And I haven't really even messed around with a whole lot of the alternate accessories or anything. I've just kind of been, hitting some classic Spider-Man poses and just having a lot of fun with just the base figure.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah, it's really nicely detailed. I think it really came out super well. And I definitely think, even though I could have gotten all three figures if I bought the Hasbro versions, I don't think I would be as satisfied. Especially because I just wanted Toby. I just wanted Toby.
That's great. I had to cancel my pre-order for monetary purposes, but I'm gonna have to settle for the Hasbro 3-pack because I still have that pre-ordered.
Yeah, and that's it's understandable. It's an expensive figure for sure.
Yeah. Plus Lucy likes Andrew and Tom, so
yeah. Well, yeah, because I did.
Oh God! Now we've lost him. It's because I put him full screen. It's because I had him full screen for too long. All right, he's back. He's back. You're back.
Yep, for too long. Yeah, so...
What were you saying, though?
Oh, I was just saying that I canceled my pre-order for the Andrew Garfield SHF because no alternate head, no deal. But
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I'm sure they have his likeness.
Yeah.
Like, is it a rights thing?
Here's the Toby head.
God,
yeah, right. Do we risk it? Do we risk it? Of course,
hey,
it's not.
Everyone.
It's not going to focus, anyways.
0.23 electron volts. Great job, Parker. Keep it up. What's devolved?
But yeah, waiting 20 years to have another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this delivers. Would I've liked to, if they could have just given this sculpt the different hair to make it not just No Way Home.
Yeah.
But it still is I saw some people hating on this head sculpt, and I think the neutral face is great.
What's up with Andrew? Does he not want them making figures of his face? Maybe. I feel like you would have to sign your soul away to be in a big blockbuster Marvel movie.
Right. Maybe they didn't think about it. And then you do also get the smiling.
He looks like he's about to say, "How'd that get in there?"
Yeah. How'd that get in there?
Oh my goodness.
But you know what else you could do? Because no Spider-Man figure is complete these days without a certain pair of hands.
Yeah, he's saying pizza time.
Just
pizza
wait.
Time.
Just wait for it.
Can we get a moped release with the Mr. Aziz helmet?
Yes.
I would literally buy that. They should do a Marvel Legends Raimi trilogy OG wave.
Oh, I'd cry.
Let me get classic Green Goblin, Doc Ock. Give me Topher's Venom.
You can't have a Spider-Man figure these days without the meme fingers. You got to point to the other Spider-Men.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like that he comes with the pointing fingers, relaxed hands, webs, an unmasked mask. An unmasked mask.
Oh, 007 is saying the Hot Toys Andrew comes with a head.
Uh-oh.
Do we have conflicting reports in the chat?
But either way, I mean, I'm just going to be displaying this Spider-Man mask on anyways, but I like to have the option. I like to have the option, especially when I'm paying SH Figure Arts prices.
Right.
You better load me up with accessories if I'm paying $90. But yeah, I think it's a great figure. I would definitely recommend it.
Nice, nice.
I do actually have an old Toy Biz Spider-Man figure. Just to I could show you just how far we've come.
Yeah, I love that figure. That's always one that I pretend to steal whenever I go to Nate's. Like, I'll just take this and be on my way. Let's see.
Look at how far we've come. Here's the
Damn!
Toy Biz to SH Figure Arts.
Is that the power? That looks like a Power of the Force figure.
Right? This is the old Toy Biz Spider-Man figure. Look at how fucking... Woo! Look at how ripped he is.
But his, midsection is so skinny.
So thin. Like, what kind of diet is he on to get those absolutely toned legs?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the original.
Buns and thighs.
That's one of the original Toy Bizes. I've actually had this since I was a kid. This is a childhood fig right here. It's made it all the way with me all these years.
When I was a kid, I had the one figure that had a Chrysler building gargoyle with a string on it.
Yeah, that's this one. That's this one.
Oh, then I had that one at one point.
I do.
As a child.
I do still have the. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second.
Oh shit. Yeah, I totally had that one when I was a kid. The gargoyle had a string on it, and you crank it or something. Yeah, dude, we're demonetized now. We're demonetized.
I know. You heard me catch myself too. I went, ooh. Here you go.
Yep, I literally, yeah.
And then
Oh, good God.
you pull the string back and it's like,
Yeah, and it has the little, it's like a C-clamp. Because
Yep.
I remember putting it on the table.
here, I'll,
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. That's so bad. That's so bad.
Lord have mercy on headphone users.
Rest in peace. Ugh.
It's
Okay.
nostalgic ASMR Spider-Man toy. Yeah.
We got Spider-Man dangling from the Gargoyle Tower.
Oh.
Epic.
Are you the Clone Wars announcer? Spider-Man 2 comes now with the gargoyle from the Chrysler Building.
Yeah. Oh, man.
With web-slinging action.
Yep. So, that's funny that you literally mentioned this exact one.
Nice.
I do. Also, if I may, I'll briefly flex. Okay? One more.
I'm down for a flex. What's he grabbing now? I hear rustling. I hear opening. He's coming back. Ooh! 46 points of articulation.
A quick flex, if you will. This is also something I've had since childhood.
Nice.
In the package, 46 points of articulation for no reason.
Alright, someone send a super chat right now and tell him to open it.
Oh, no.
He'll have to open it.
Nope.
It's part of the rules.
You don't want to know the price to open this bad boy. This is a childhood classic. This means too much.
Yeah, what made you not open it when you were a kid?
There would be... So, it kind of all goes back to... my dad actually collected figures, but he kept all of his in the package. So every once in a while, him and my mom would buy me like a toy, and they'd be like, don't open this one. You know, just like keep it in the box, and you never know what'll happen, kind of thing like that. So it was just one of those figures that since I had the other, Toy Biz one, since I had this one already open, I was like, okay, like, I already have that Spider-Man, so that's why I never opened it. And yeah, it always hangs on my wall, and I've always had it on my wall for a very long time.
Nice. Did you guys ever have the Spider-Man board game where it was like the Empire State Building, and then there was like a 50-50 chance of getting Spider-Man or the Green Goblin to pop out?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Do you guys, anyone in the chat, have that? Might have to.
That's
Spider-Man 2002 board, because I saw it at Closet Collectibles. I was like, holy shit.
Ooh.
Let's see if I can find an image of it. Let's see.
Look. Everyone's got the gargoyle.
Yeah, here it is. Did anyone have this board game?
Oh man, that looks awesome.
Because I had this. It's only $20.
Ooh, is it complete? Let's buy it and play it on stream.
I'm down.
This is now a Spider-Man.
Yeah. So like you spin this thing, and then you push it in, and you have a chance of either getting Spider-Man or the Green Goblin to pop out of the Empire State Building. This is what I had.
Nice.
I saw it at Closet Collectibles, so maybe... Closet Collectibles also got the new wave. I saw on their Facebook. They got Wave 35.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm going to use the restroom, and then we can do Mando.
Alright, sounds good. But, yeah. That's funny, Tom. Like, that makes no sense. Oh, man. But yeah, some classic nostalgia here. It's obviously it's yellowed quite a bit, but, could be worse. Could definitely be worse. But I am still just very happy to finally have a new Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Also, people meme on this figure too, because of these weird joints around his legs. You could absolutely get Tobey cheeked up here if you really wanted to. Honestly, I wish they would make a Green Goblin, but it would have to be more classic because the No Way Home suit is a little too not OG for me. Oh, hey. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I'll have to see. If it comes with the pieces to make it look more classic, then I'm in. But otherwise, nah, I won't pick it up.
I'm back.
Nice. Arthur. Yeah. I was showing everyone that Toby's caked up. He's absolutely got a dumper on him for sure.
Oh, good gravy. All right.
Yeah.
I suppose it's about that time. It's Mando o'clock.
Ooh, you know what? One quick thing I wanted to say. One quick thing. Because I did open, thanks to Jeff W., I did open Cassian and B2.
Oh, snap.
Nice set.
Yeah, I like the droid.
Yeah. I like Paul McCartney. He's just a tourist.
Gotta use the restroom. It's healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, you want to smell? Smell them. Yeah.
Smells clean. Smells good.
That's Dial, bro. Name brand. Kills 99.9% microbials.
It's an antimicrobial.
Yeah. What's up, Bodie? Okay, now you're good? We're ready?
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
So now, we're going to get into the Mandalorian Season 3 spoiler discussion. My favorite... Alright, well...
Yeah.
Everyone who has not seen it, thank you so much for watching the stream. We appreciate all your support week to week. We're hitting like 250 watchers every stream now, which is great. The views are great on the stream, so just thank you for all of your positive feedback and support on the Lazy Sunday live streams. We do have a video or two going up this week before Figure It Out. So be on the lookout for more content from us.
Yeah. Justin.
So yeah, spoilers. Leave.
What a 180 from last week. What a 180.
I remember sending in the group chat in like all caps saying, why are we going back and forth as far as like quality episodes? Why do I feel like every other episode is good?
It definitely seems like that way for season 3. Like, not that the earlier episode... I wouldn't even say 2 weeks ago's episode was bad. I wouldn't even call it bad. But it's definitely just not... It's
One
not
of my least favorites.
It's not good. But I still think The Gunslinger is still the worst episode out of Mandalorian.
Yes, I agree. I think the Toro Calican episode is still my least favorite, and that's a Dave Filoni joint.
Written and directed.
Which is very surprising. But yes, Ivan, my favorite part of the episode is our boy Skinny Pete. He broke his drug addiction and he decided to join the Mandalorian cause.
How
and
bad?
That's church, yo.
Yeah. How badass is it that he has a B1 battle droid or a super battle droid
Yeah.
head for his shoulder pad?
Yeah.
That was so sick. That I didn't recognize him at first because of course he looks generally completely different when he's not Skinny Pete, but yeah, it was a really interesting episode. There's so much that happened.
Yeah, we finally got back to the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of... Because I agree with Lazy Jawa that the season is kind of weird, because some of our complaints, especially earlier in the season, is that it was a little aimless compared to the first two seasons.
Yeah.
Like, the first two seasons, they just seemed like their overarching antagonist was more clear, their overarching goal. Even during the side quest episodes, like that, there was a reason for the side quest. Like, season 2 opens with a side quest that doesn't really have to do with the main story with the crate dragon, but the reason he's there is like, oh, he's trying to find other Mandalorians. He heard that there's one on Mos Pelgo. Like, it just, there was a reason he was there, whereas the side questian stuff of this episode, I feel like there's just no reason for it. There's no, like, overarching purpose like there was in the first two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because I almost feel like this is our first, like, I think I'm just a fan of, like, the Imperial storyline.
Right.
So, it was so awesome to see the ring... the round table of Imperials, and they dropped some very interesting information that, because one of them is like, we can't show our true strength or something, so they're just making it seem like they're Imperial, like, remnant warlords, and I know there's some Easter eggs, like the guy with the mustache is like Thrawn's second in command from Heir of the Empire, and then Domhnall Gleeson's brother is Hux's dad.
Right.
I like world building.
Yeah. Any day now, though, that sequel trilogy's getting canceled. It's getting retconned.
That is hilarious that people were saying that for years. You know, all the big reactionary, toxic fandom menace channel, like, they're retconning the sequels with A World Between Worlds, and now here's Mando Season 3 making all these connections to the ST, which I actually don't mind. It's something we were discussing in the Discord. Dude, what is he doing?
I just elbowed my table.
Join that Discord, by the way. Always good discourse going on in the Discord. But even as a person who, like, pretty passionately dislikes the sequel trilogy, I don't mind that they're connecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to just accept that it happened, and it's part of the timeline. So, as something that takes place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, you can't really just ignore that period of history, that period in the timeline. So I actually don't mind all these connections. And who knows, maybe, you know, with Dave Filoni at the creative helm, can add a little more context to things that didn't make sense in the sequel trilogy, like somehow Palpatine returned, or how the First Order came to power, etc., etc.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I'm down. I'm definitely down to see that kind of stuff, and obviously, I think we're gonna get that because we finally got to see Moff Gideon again. Like you said, we got to see Hux. They're of course talking about Project Necromancer, which is obviously them reviving Palpatine. So
yeah,
they're definitely planting those seeds right now. And of course, later in the episode, we see, you know, even like the Praetorian Guards, the pre-Praetorian Guards, or whatever you'd like to call them, but they have, you know, the different helmets now.
Yeah,
but
great scene.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely incredible action in this scene, and I do like that we finally got more of an explanation about like why the Empire did what they did to Mandalore, and like called it, you know, toxic, and like no one can come here or anything, and it's, you know, obviously because they have a huge base there.
Yeah, so no episode is without things that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not just going to gush all over the episode. I'm getting some Grogu silly fatigue. I'm getting some silly moment Grogu fatigue. And it all goes back to Justin hates comedy. Justin doesn't want to laugh. Justin wants dark, depressing, dark tone. I hate fun, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just the whole IG-12 button pressing scene, I was like, this can stop any time now. Just... I know Grogu saved Din earlier in the season, but I almost think Grogu's like an afterthought. Like,
yeah, he definitely takes a back seat, like comedic, like, oh, look at the baby eat the cookie, haha.
Yeah, he's getting to skittle. Like, how many times is he gonna be all cute and have a snack? Yes, I've become Zack Snyder. I need dark, depressing. The tone is so dark.
So depressing.
That's why I love the Batman. But yeah, I was waiting for it to end, and then he just kept doing it. No, or yes. Yeah. I'm like, just stop the scene, damn it.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those, like, we need a funny haha for the general audiences.
Yeah, and I try to remind myself of that. I'm like, okay, like, Star Wars is for everyone. It's not just for me. I'm an adult, and I don't appreciate that sort of humor anymore. But I don't know, when I was a kid watching the OT, it's not like they had straight up slapstick. Like,
Right.
I know C-3PO and R2 are like the comedic relief, more so 3PO, but I just feel like it works more in the OT. It's not like pounding the hammer and like ham-fisted, like cutesy comedy.
So just in general, how do you feel about IG-12 and just that whole scenario?
Like everything in Star Wars, Nate, it was made purely for toys. And I wholeheartedly expect there to be a Black Series Grogu IG-12, which, hey, they'll have to make a new sculpt for an IG droid finally, because
Right?
they cannot stick Grogu in it as is.
There's not a chance.
Grogu already said Martha. My God.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't even like Zack Snyder's DC movies.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's Nate.
You gotta come to me for the insane Martha. No,
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like a while ago someone definitely spoiled that that Grogu was gonna ride in IG.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that's so silly. That'll never happen. Like, that's not real.
Yeah.
And then at first I thought, like, were they gonna have the Azalian just like palling around with them, like piloting the IG-12 droid? Because I was assuming that there would have to be like some sort of skill involved. But then Grogu just jumps right in and I can just control it just fine, which is fine. I'm glad they don't they're not dwelling on that stuff in the 7th episode. I
agree. I agree. The prequels is full of slapstick, like silly, kooky. I mean, there's like fart jokes and like Jar Jar Binks. Like I was talking about the OT with 3PO. Like, yes, the prequels are full of silliness, 100%.
And true, Man of Steel's great.
It's alright.
But yeah, so. I mean, I think I'll get used to it and it'll be fine. But I was kind of just like, oh, that's really silly.
Yeah. So I really like the scene where what do we call the normal Mandalorians? Because they're not all night owls, because night owls are the female sect.
But she does call them night owls later in the episode. In general, because she says night owls, and then like Axe and Casca and everyone like respond to that.
I was always under the impression that they were all female, but maybe I just like made that up completely.
Right. I do want to say, for the record, I'm not a Zack Snyder cultist. He's also has plenty of bad movies. Of bad movies.
Batman v Superman.
Yes, it is not a good movie.
I really like the scene where we finally get the mass confrontation, because they have to unite and work together, and it's the classic case of both sides are so stubborn. Wah! They take off their helmet. Oh, and then Axe is constantly, he's like referring to them as primitives, and it's like, they're just trying to get under each other's skin.
Right.
When he's like, these primitives are always making up their own rules.
Oh, man.
And Paz was ready to throw down in that scene, and they're roasting the foundlings. Is that the raptor, the dragon creatures that they're roasting?
Right.
In the bonfire.
I guess I'd have to imagine so.
They're like, yeah, come on, you can be foundlings. Yeah. AKA, we're about to like spit roast you.
Like cooking up some wings on the grill.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Rando Mando.
I like the confrontation between the groups, but of course they all come together, and once they do get to Mandalore, then we get a third group of Mandalorians, which was Skinny Pete and the gang in their pirate ship. More pirates. Yeah,
I do like the little bit of just world building lower a little bit when Paz was like, this is worse than I thought, and then Axe was like, I was here when it happened. So I think it's kind of showing Paz like, oh, maybe they were here, so maybe they are. There's a little more validity to them than I thought, since they were literally here and witnessed it. But yeah, we get the pirate ship, and you're right, there's a big pirate theme this season.
A lot of pirates.
What did you think of that contraption that they were flying or gliding on?
I feel indifferent. Like, I'm just like, whatever, fine.
Yeah,
like, I guess they have a pirate ship that glides across the glass surface of Mandalore now.
Yeah. I was like, all right, it's a ship. Sure. The armorer, well, they got attacked by this creature, which at first I thought it was like the mythosaur. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I thought so too. But then it ties into another great big theme of this season is giant monster out of nowhere.
Yes.
I was like,
another one.
I was kind of like,
another
giant monster out of nowhere.
Yeah, because where the Mandos were, there was always just random massive creatures coming out of the lake. And they glide now. So yes, and then the armorer volunteered to take the injured back to the fleet. Did you think that was a little sus?
See, I'm conflicted because obviously the episode, was it called The Spy or The Spies?
I think it's called The Spies, plural. Chat, maybe you can validate that.
I think it is Spies, plural. But I was just kind of thinking that they were talking about the character that's the Imperial spy that's part of the New Republic.
I forget their name.
Yeah, I don't know what their name is, but
yeah,
I just, that's kind of what I was just thinking was like, oh, it's that person, but I don't know who else it would be. Do you think who do you think the spies are? So
you would think the armorer of all people would want to be there for what they're doing, like restarting the Grand Forge or whatever it's called. I thought it was kind of random and maybe a little sussy-gussy that she was so quick to volunteer to take the injured back, because I feel like she would want to be there for something. That's like the whole point.
Yeah.
You know? But they were playing a game, Axe and Paz, and we all knew where this was going because they started arguing over the rules, and they fought. And I actually was impressed that Axe stood his ground quite a bit against... I like that Paz isn't just like, he's OP because he's big.
Right.
I like that Mandos are like the elite warriors. It doesn't matter who they are. That is why I didn't have a problem with Casca holding her ground against Boba Fett in Season 2 when they had their little scuffle. I'm like, she's still a Mando, and Axe is still a Mando. They're like the best warriors aside from the Jedi. And that cannot be understated, how good they are.
Right.
So I like that Axe was able to hold his ground a little bit.
Yeah, it was cool.
Paz.
It was definitely cool to see, but so spy-wise, I feel like it's got to be the survivors, because they would be.
They did kind of just randomly show up.
And like you're telling me they've been on Mandalore for how long and didn't notice the Imperials at all, or like have no problem with them or anything like that.
Yeah. So, right, they get into the cavern, or like the cavern. And then there's the big opening, kind of like where Din was earlier in the season. And then they're like, "That's the big forge right there." And then, I thought they were straight up Imperial Super Commandos at first, but they are the final phase of the Dark Trooper. Did you catch that as well?
Yeah.
Because Moff Gideon does say later, the final phase of the Dark Trooper, or something like that, like phase 3 or whatever it is. So they swoop in, and we need a figgy. We need a figgy right off the bat. Now I'm going to buy 2.
Yeah, I really like that design. It's it's honestly a little First Order-y. It's kind of getting it.
I kind of got Sith Trooper, Clone Trooper vibes.
That's what I was gonna say. It was very like literally a mix of Clone Trooper and Sith Trooper into one. I really like the design, and I really like Moff Gideon's suit too. I think that's like so ridiculous and over the top, but I love it.
Yeah, so they did, when they initially started fighting I don't know whether to call them Imperial Super Commandos or the Dark Troopers, just the white, badass-looking troopers. When they started fighting them, one of the Mandos mentioned they're wearing Beskar, but then they kind of all just die normally.
Well, I think they were, because if you notice, they kind of have to get close range, and I think every time they get like blasted, they're like closer. And like Paz was the only person that was putting damage on him with the heavy machine gun.
And I've seen some explanations that there's gaps in the armor, so they know to shoot for the gaps in the armor, because obviously Mandalorian armor has gaps in it for mobility purposes. So I just thought it was a little odd. I'm not saying negative or positive, I just had a thought. And I was like, oh, they're wearing Beskar, but they're still just like dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Versus if you're shooting at Mandalorians, it's just chink, and they're fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think, you could easily explain it away.
It's Star Wars. They're shooting at the troopers, and the troopers die. I mean, it's a tale as old as time.
So how do you feel about Moff Gideon's suit?
I think everyone knew it was coming, and I'm fine with it. And my favorite part about it is the horns on the helmets. So, again, it's adding a little bit of lore. Like, maybe Moff was maybe he was part of Death Watch that stuck with Maul when Maul beat Pre Vizsla and became the ruler of Mandalore. And then, Death Watch kind of split into those two factions. That was like the Mandalorians and then Bo-Katan's group. So, I think it's cool that he had a Darth Maul helmet.
Yeah.
With the horns.
And I do think it makes sense that he has a suit of Beskar armor, because he's clearly been somewhat interested in Mandalorian culture since season 1, ever since we saw him with the Darksaber. You don't just go after the Darksaber unless you're interested in Mandalorian culture to some degree. I would, in my brain, in my in-canon brain, that's how I kind of equate that.
I thought we were going to start seeing, like, Clan Saxon or something. Like when
that's what I thought, too. Yeah, when they first swooped in, I was like, oh, here we go. Like, it's going to be the Saxons or something like that.
Yeah, which they did die, but that was only 2. Maybe the clan is still around. I mean, I don't know. I will say one thing that was just a mild negative is they couldn't tell that they were being lured into a trap.
Right.
I noticed that right away. I'm like, oh, here it comes. The doors are going to close behind them. Because they started running through what looks like an Imperial corridor, and then it looked like something out of Jedi Fallen Order with like... Because, that part in Jedi Fallen Order where it's like the huge chasm, and it's like the Imperial scenery, the walls and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, okay, here comes the trap. And I'm a little like, it was only Din that got captured. Like, he's the only one that was like that far away from the door. It's like, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It was definitely like the plot has to happen, so everything's about to get real convenient right now for just a few seconds. You know, Din gets captured, everyone else escapes, Paz stays behind to make sure everyone gets away.
So they were shooting at the glass, and it was obviously blaster proof. So why did they do it again? Because when Bo is like, I forget what she says, because Moff is telling her to like relinquish the Darksaber, and I forget what she says. But then they all just started shooting at it again. Then she went to the back and cut it out. I'm like, why didn't she do that the whole time? Like, cut the hole.
Yeah.
With the Darksaber.
And I think it's obvious, you know, next episode they're going to pull a Walking Dead, and Moff Gideon is going to cut Din Djarin's head off in front of everyone else.
What?
with the Darksaber. And then Bo-Katan is going to be the main character, and she's going to have Grogu with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
So Moff comes down, he's in his big badass armor, and we have the escape.
Okay, Chris, but 3 versus the 37 other Mandalorians that were conveniently behind the glass? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm trying to read. Yeah, okay, then they escape. They do the whole escape shebang, and Paz stays behind. It was almost one of those things where I'm like, just go through the hole, man.
Right, like he clearly had plenty of time to go through the hole. Which is something I never understand, especially like he just established earlier in the season that he's, you know, a father and like wants to be there for Ragnar. And then he just sacrifices himself.
This is the way, Nate.
I guess.
I mean, write off anything.
He could have very clearly went through the hole and got away with the rest of them, but he stayed behind, had to have the heroic sacrifice, which it was still cool to see. It was definitely still cool to see.
Okay. I mean, sure. It's to cover her and so they don't know that she's cutting a hole in the back. Mm-hmm. But the door was also shut. Right? Because, they opened the door and then he's like, kill them.
Yeah.
I don't know. The hole is too small for Paz.
But
he's like, Bo, cut it bigger. I can't fit.
Yeah, you have to cut it bigger.
Yes.
But then 3 Praetorian guards show up, which that was not on my bingo card sheet either, that we were going to see Praetorians.
I knew it was because if anyone knows the YouTube channel Emergency Awesome, who does a lot of breakdown sort of... I'm not even subscribed, but their video popped up, and it was like, The Mandalorian Episode 7 Explained, and it was just a shot of Praetorian guards in The Last Jedi, and I'm like, okay, that must mean Praetorian guards are in. I'm always getting recommended thumbnail spoilers.
Dude, the thumbnail spoilers are stupid.
And there's even people on Twitter and Instagram that we follow that just can't stop doing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, bro, come on. Yeah.
What'd you think of the slightly updated design? Figgy worthy?
Yeah, I thought it was... I really liked it. I really liked when the 3 Praetorian guards came out. And
made short work of Paz. I mean, granted, he was injured, but...
But if you noticed... So, like, a big criticism with The Last Jedi fight scene is that they are all attacking one by one. It's almost like Christopher Nolan's Batman...
Right.
When they all attack at once, they take a break and then they come back in.
Right.
They were actually like strategically taking him down. They were all attacking at once, and they were going after the gaps in his armor. Mm-hmm. And they were stabbing his ass and cutting him up. And then the one guy he was like, "Get off me!" Like with his hand, like the disrespect.
Right.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
They were really cool to see, and I like that new helmet. Let's hope though that Hasbro doesn't just give us a new helmet on that old Praetorian Guard body, because it was horrible.
Yes, give us some updated articulation on that thing, man, because we need it. And it'd be cool to recreate that scene with Paz, for sure. We need the knife for Paz.
Yeah. So it was, just a really nice, boom, boom, crazy episode of Star Wars with lots of really cool designs and lots of really cool potential for figures. So, Justin, do you want to do a little wish list just for this episode?
So,
Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, Black Series wish list.
we're going to need the Super Commandos.
All day.
We're going to need Moff.
All day.
We're going to need some more rando Mandos, like literally any.
Yep. Skinny Pete. Any of the others?
Yeah, I mean, just any random Mandalorian that they pluck out of the scene, put it on the Death Watch Mando body, add some new bits and a different paint deco, and you got yourself a fig. Even though I don't think I would buy this, honestly, but I'm sure they're going to do an IG-12 with Grogu on the inside. Deluxe figure.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a new sculpt.
Yep. I guarantee
the guards. I'd be down for the guards.
Yeah.
What else?
Let's see. Noah.
Chat, what do we got?
Noah says their torsos are first order stormtrooper armor, so they can get away with that with some reuse unless they retool it for butterfly joints. I feel like since it's new media, they'd probably do a brand new figure.
Yeah, I'm feeling new mold.
Because they do love their new mold, new media figures for stuff like that. Ooh, this is an interesting question. And at first, I was like, what the hell is different about Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah.
I was like, why does he look so young?
Yeah.
And then I went and I looked back and I was like, oh, it's the mustache. Like, of course. It's funny how like, I don't know if you felt the same way, but like Giancarlo Esposito looks so much younger, clean shaven, like total baby face.
Yeah.
But
I always like the mustache. Give me mustache, man.
Yeah, I feel like they should have kept mustache with Moff Gideon because it kind of adds to like the classic Imperial like mustached villain guy.
Bond villain.
Yeah, but I think that would be. I feel like the armored suit has got to be a absolute. That's going to be a figure, right? Like Moff Gideon's definitely going to get a figure.
We're talking about this most previous episode, so Zeb.
Yeah,
we're Super Battle Droid. We're just talking this recent episode
because this episode had so much in it that this could literally just be a wish list on its own.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I definitely want the troopers and Mandos and the guard.
I like Mandalorians. The price we pay for Better Call Saul season 6. It's Gideon's mustache. Why didn't they try and CGI a mustache on him? Like the reverse of Justice League.
Yeah.
And then Henry Cavill's like, hey everyone, it's me. I totally don't have a mustache right now, but my upper lip just doesn't move anymore.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, what a great episode.
Give me all the figures from this past episode.
I think next week is going to be a banger. What do you think we're going to see for Mando Mania this week? Do you think we're finally going to see that Din? Since it's all Book of Boba Fett stuff, and that's the only thing left?
I could see the Din finally coming out, because it's like the last pipeline thing from Book of Boba Fett.
Right, like... That's like for sure, right? That is the last thing they've pipelined from Book of Boba Fett is that Din.
I think so, yeah, because they've done the Pike, they've done Luke.
God, I hope we see that, and I hope it's a banger
Cad.
too.
Yeah, still no Boba.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone ever followed up. You remember when Victoria's Cantina got that box sent to her from Hasbro, and she said that Mandalorian reprint in there was like a shinier silver? I wonder if there was ever any follow up on that, or if like anyone else got that box and did like a comparison or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. I'm still curious about that.
Yeah, so this upcoming episode will be 38 minutes. So it's a short one,
Yeah.
including credits.
Kind of weird for the season finale.
Yeah. Which is important to note that the duration of an episode is not indicative of quality.
For sure.
But I feel like you just want more. You want as much as you can get.
Right. When it comes to TV, I always expect first episode of the season to be longer, last episode of the season to be longer.
Yeah. So, yeah, I liked the episode. It's not without its flaws, but I'm just happy that we finally have returned to the story instead of just all this random stuff happening earlier in the season.
Do you think Boba Fett is... Do you think they're just going to throw him in there? Little... Hey,
In the finale?
Yeah, like he just shows up on his Rancor.
Generals gathered in their masses.
We need a team.
Yeah. Oh, for what? We're going to rescue Din. Cobb Vanth's like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And then he flips the blaster, puts it in his holster.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. Fennec.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, they're going to have to... I'm in.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
I guess I never noticed.
I haven't watched any of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, great episode. Can't wait to see the finale. It's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah, I think the finale will be the make or break for season 3.
For sure.
Me, because I'm with some people in the chat that are saying the first 2 seasons are like up here.
Mm-hmm.
In season 3, we've kind of got a random dip in quality.
Yep.
Again, just there. Before this episode, there was no antagonist for the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it felt really weird to wait all the way to the second to last episode to bring Moff Gideon back. Like, I feel like this episode could have easily been earlier in the season.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we could have maybe cut some fat somewhere else earlier in the season and kind of made these episodes earlier, but then again, it just kind of goes back to how I've been feeling about this season in general, and to me it seems like they just don't know what to do with Din. They don't know what to do with him.
Because some people are upset that the focus is shifting more to Bo. I'm actually fine with that. I love Bo.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bo is an infinitely more interesting and established character that a lot of us are already, like, you know, attached to, because we've seen her in Clone Wars, we've seen her in Rebels, now she's in live action. So, like, I don't mind the switch, but it is like, you know, how do they not know where to go with a character where you could do anything with him?
Yeah.
Din Djarin is an open book.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree with I like Mandalorians. I think...
Yeah.
Now that this season 2 of Mando and Book of Boba Fett have been out for like almost, you know, a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have been out for a couple years. I'm starting to look back and I'm like, yeah, the season 2 finale of Mando, and then he just immediately gets him back at the tail end of Book of Boba Fett, and then now he's just with Din this whole time.
Yeah.
It kind of takes away from their story arc together and Din Djarin's character development of taking off his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said at the very beginning of this episode, I'm like, oh, he's back just with helmet on. He's back being a cultist. He's back, you know, trying to atone for his sins.
Yeah, he completely reverted as a character. Like, all of his development was undone. And, I mean, obviously with what we've seen Grogu do in this season 2, you could definitely tell, like, they probably weren't originally planning on having Grogu in the season, or at least not in some of it. And then somewhere along the way, they're like, nope, Baby Yoda make too much money, so he's coming right back.
Yeah, so... And that kind of goes to what I said earlier. Like, Grogu just seems like an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
I know he saved Din earlier by pointing at the map. He said, and he,
but
saved
but it's
Din.
like that's one scene, It's hardly
R5D4. He piloted the ship to Bo.
Yeah, exactly.
So I almost feel like they don't know what to do with Din and Grogu, but specifically Grogu. I just feel like he's such an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
And no reason.
I mean, I don't know who. I would assume that John and Dave weren't planning on bringing him back, at least at first, or else why would they, have the plot that they chose to go with, only for it to immediately be reversed. I don't.
But they also
I don't
have this stuff done like way in advance. So
right. I mean,
I think they just pivoted.
They could have though. I mean, it's
because
not,
when did they film it?
It's not unheard of. I mean, think about Rogue One or Solo. Those movies were like more than 50% filmed and went through huge reshoots and completely changed the film before we saw those.
True.
So I don't think it's unrealistic, especially with them filming with the volume. Like, they're not on location anymore, so it's really hard to tell like what a reshoot could have been. Because they just are, just bring everyone back into the old warehouse, the old volume warehouse.
Yeah, because it did seem like a very, very, very fast turnaround to immediately bring Grogu back into the fold.
Mm-hmm. Definitely seemed like it was a higher-ups decision. And I think the character of Grogu is suffering because of that. Because
I don't hate Grogu.
No, we don't hate Grogu. I want Grogu to progress as a character. I want to hear that little guy talk. I want to see some crazy Force abilities. I want to see some stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so again, season 3, I still feel like it's just not the same and something is off and a little bit different compared to seasons 1 and 2. And it's certainly the quality, I think, has gone down compared to those first 2 seasons, but I'm still enjoying it, and I did enjoy this most previous episode.
Yeah.
And I hope that the finale can stick the landing.
Do you think maybe this season suffered a little bit because Dave Filoni was a little distracted with Ahsoka?
I've heard that's what people have been saying as well, but I don't know.
I mean, it could be, but I don't know how producing or writing a TV show works.
We have no idea how it works. And the most previous, not this episode, but the episode before that was written by John himself, and that was probably my least favorite of the season.
Oh, for sure. It's just Jon Favreau's friends. Should have got Robert Downey Jr. in that episode, honestly, just to wrap it up.
I was gonna say, okay, Din, okay.
Listen up here, Mandalorian, buddy, whoever you are.
That's how Dad did it. That's how Mandalore does it. It's worked out pretty well so far. Christ.
Din Djarin, the armorer, built Din Djarin's armor with a bunch of scraps.
That's who we really need.
Yes, bring Jeff Bridges and I'm the Mandalorian dude.
I'm trying to get my rug back.
And his armor is patterned like the cardigan that the dude wears in Big Lebowski.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what next episode is gonna bring us. But hopefully it's a banger. And yeah, that's pretty much all we got for you on this week's stream.
Yeah. Real quick, they did not randomly splice those 2 episodes into Book of Boba Fett at the very end as it was coming out. Like, there's no way under the sun. Like, these things are filmed months and months, like perhaps even a year in advance, and the majority of the time is editing. These things are pre-planned. Like the final 2 episodes with Mando, those were not like, they weren't like, oh, people are hating on Book of Boba Fett, we better splice in those 2 episodes. Like, there's no way that is true. These things is years in advance.
Yeah. Ahsoka trailer looks great, Fig. I'm excited. Rebels sequel. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Rebels is incredible. So I am down for a live action sequel to Rebels, which is something I think all of us never ever thought was going to happen. And I personally never I was like, man, I would have loved to see what happened to Ezra and Thrawn at the end of Rebels, but I guess we'll never find out. And now look at where we are now.
Yes.
Can't believe it.
Yes. I think Ahsoka looks great, and
yeah,
I can't wait to see Thrawn. Of course, love Rebels, everything. Oh. So yeah, I don't know if I agree with this. You can't just say you should just blindly enjoy all Star Wars just because it exists. I think something existing doesn't make it good. I mean, you got to put some critical thought in there, because
here's
I don't know.
Here's the real controversy right here.
Yeah, and they are intentionally supposed to be orange, so I thought that was very interesting.
Yep. And that the female definitely has a Padawan braid.
Oh yeah.
David asks, "Do you think we'll see Old Man Rex?" I mean, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll have to see. Mm-hmm. I can't believe the Ahsoka show's already August. We're gonna blink and it is going to be August.
Yeah, that's
gonna be crazy.
That's crazy. I'm excited though. I think it looks great.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so before we go, we do have a couple videos coming out this week. We've got a new Black Series blunder that we've had in the pipe for a while, but it's finally getting released this week. I will finally be releasing my General Grievous Bandai model kit review as well.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Finally got that one in the bag. Finally had enough time, and Black Series figures stopped showing up at my front door, so I was able to get that in. That'd be sweet. So that'll be out this week. Justin, do you got anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, the top 5 Stormtroopers in the Black Series should be out this week as well. Specifically Bucketheads. So your traditional Stormtroopers, we are doing a top 5 Black Series Stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be out this week as well.
Nice.
Hopefully.
So got a few videos to look forward to this week. But yeah, as always, thanks everyone for watching and hanging out with us this week.
Yep. Let's drop the links.
Over 200 people in here for almost the entire stream. So thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe before you leave. And
of course.
Check out all of the different Nightbot links. We've got the Discord there, which is a fun community to join and talk with other like-minded collectors.
Yes.
And if you
got merch,
feel like supporting us with your hard-earned money, we do have merch. We also have a channel membership as well.
Yep.
So there are tons of ways, if you feel like it, if you can, to support the channel. But otherwise, we just appreciate everyone watching and hanging out with us every single week.
Bodhi, no. Bodhi, no. I loved Andor.
But
I can't wait to see the next comment on the 1313 podcast of those Out of the Basement boys hate the Mandalorian.
Yeah, right.
They need to be kicked out of Star Wars.
Yep, we're getting kicked out of Star Wars.
They hated Book of Boba Fett. They hated Andor. They
hated Kenobi.
Book of Boba... Yeah, Kenobi. Meanwhile, I love Andor.
Yeah.
They hated Andor.
We hate everything that's related to Star... I hate the original trilogy. There, I said it.
They won't respond to my comments, so I have to go to other channels' comments because I'm hidden on the channel and they're never going to see my comments anyway.
Teehee. Wow, that was randomly specific, Justin, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, shit, we're losing Nate right at the end.
Dude. Right before we leave.
I'm glad you got back for that.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with us. We love you. And we will see you with plenty of content this week. Figure it out. And, of course, Lazy Sunday next Sunday, 1 p.m. Central Time, every single Sunday. Later, guys.
See ya. And